Hello everyone. Welcome to the new live. Let me check one moment the audio to check if everything is okay and we can begin. We can start. Let me check here. Okay, audio is good, always with the limitation of this normal microphone. So, here, today I finished to print another Spider-Man helmet. Today they released the new video game of PlayStation 5, Spider-Man 2. I already started to play and it's fantastic. So the new helmet that I print in these days is this one. Is the Miles Morales, so he will join the family with the Spider-Man, with Venom, Spider-Man 2099, and I'm already start to print another helmet. Here there is a little preview on the eye. Maybe you can recognize which helmet I'm making. If you are a fan of Spider-Man, you already know. This one was a little bit complicated to print because it's a very different and difficult shape, but I was able to do it. And this Spider-Man Morales, always with the magnets here and the magnets for the eyes. Very simple to connect. Very simple to wear it. It works perfectly. I can see through the eyes. I really love these designs. All these helmets are from the pattern of your studio in the different months, and I really love how he makes this helmet. And the good of this helmet are that is printed with the color PLA Plus from eSUN. I didn't do any post-process, only some effect on the Venom here. Let me show again from this other side. You can see the glossy on the eye. This is making with some kind of resin and also the glossy on the black. It was printed with a matte PLA, and after I apply some glossy for make this viscous effect, this slide effect, and especially for the eyes, it come out very good and realistic. I really love it. But the other one, this is Fire Engine PLA, this is matte PLA, this is white ceramic PLA. Here the same, matte PLA, white ceramic and red Fire Engine. I always use these 2/3 colors for the helmet of Spider-Man. This one, matte PLA and Fire Engine. It also is one of my favorites. Very simple to wear it. I just add with the one pen here the gray color, and I really love this helmet from your studio. I think are really the best helmet you can find online, and printed with the eSUN PLA Plus with the right color. It's so easy, so simple. You don't need to do any post-process, any sanding, any painting. Just print, remove the support, and wear it. Anyway, so today still nobody. Today I want to talk with you about a resin printer. It's a long time that I don't talk about a resin printer, and because it starts to become cold, we need to keep the resin. Let me put this one more close. We need to keep the resin warm, because if you print something that is longer, maybe many hours, like 12-20 hours, in the night, especially here in China, the temperature will drop down from maybe 15 degrees that we have in the daytime. In the evening we can reach even 5 or 7. and the resin, it should be always at the same temperature when you are printing, and the good temperature is around 25-30 degrees. That is a good range of temperature. So we need to keep the printer warm, the resin inside warm. Some resin printer has some heater, but they are expensive one. Not all the model have these options. So today I want to show you what I'm doing for keep all my resin printer warm. Also on the frozen already made last time, and this time I will show on the M5S, and I will make in live how adapt for put one heater. But there is also another way for making, if you prefer, is using, let me prepare here. This one was my first method to make the enclosure. I use the eSUN enclosure, for example. This one is perfect for this kind of situation. First one is closed, so you don't have to worry too much of the fume. And also it has here one indicator for the temperature and humidity. It's open, so you can still see what is inside. And as you write here, it will keep the internal temperature around 36 degrees Celsius. The size is usually perfect for one Ender 3 printer, so for a classic bed slinger that is 25, 26, 36, 26, so like a Prusa. So it's perfect for a normal resin printer. Something like my M5S, for sure it can enter. The downside is that it takes more space because you need to put this enclosure all around. And I have a few of this one. At the beginning I used for make the cover from my FDM printer when they don't have their own enclosure. But now the V400 has its own enclosure and is a Delta, so it's very big. It fits on this one. The Bambu has its own enclosure. I just use this one now for the Prusa in the winter when I'm still using to print something. But honestly, in the last period I'm not using the Prusa too much. I use just for printing one technical filament like the carbon fiber, because I changed the nozzle. It's already prepared for printed kind of material, so it will be more easy. Anyway, riser here. I need assistant, I need IDJ. So, what do you need for keep your resin warm? At least what I'm doing here. You can find many different ways to do it. What I'm always using for keep my resin printer warm is some simple mini heater like this one. You can find on Amazon. It costs like 12-15 euro probably. This I bought in China. It has the stand here for keep it in position. Here is power cable for the power, because it doesn't use the battery, it doesn't use the USB charger. You need the power cable, and it out hot air from here, and here is a little bit fan. It's very cheap and works very good. The only problem that for apply this one on your printer, we need to adjust something. We need to print a stand and also make a frame around the printer for let the cable pass down. So today I want to show you where to find this stand, how to adapt according to different printer, and how to make all the connection with the cable and everything else. It's very simple, and I really suggest everyone print with a resin printer. If you don't have a heater or some way to keep your resin warm, to do something like this one. First one, about the mini heater. Here is the file that I used last year on Thingverse. I put the link for download this one from Thingverse in the description, so you can find it there. This one was the stand for the M3 Max Anycubic, that is very big. And the first time that I print, it is like this one. A moment. Here, it's like this one. Here there is one frame that you can print a door for close, or what I'm using here is one small thermometer. Let me show. You see the meaning there. I forgot outside. Here, this one. This one is a digital thermometer, also for the humidity, and it fits perfectly here. So when I put inside, I can always check what is the temperature inside my resin printer and what is the humidity percentage. On the back is open, so let me pass the cable. Here I break it, don't look about this one. And no, this one, sorry. Here, this one is the original one. This one is open on the back, and here is the stand for put this mini heater. As you can see, there is the space for the bottom, so you can simply access here. You pass the cable from down to the back, and I will show you later also this one. And this one you just put next to the stand. You should put here. Let me show you. Let me remove the helmet, because now we need to work on the printers, and I don't want to ruin the helmet. My cat is sleeping here. One helmet, two helmets, and bye-bye Morales. Let's put our resin printer here. Slowly. Let me adjust the camera. I'm sorry for all this, but I'm alone, as you know, so I need to do everything by myself. Okay, here we are. Okay, a little bit up. So normally you can I put the heater in this position here, and here I have the filter, the air purifier, or you can put here, it doesn't matter. The first time that I make this one on the frozen, the size is perfect because the frozen is way larger than this one, so I can put without any problem. Anyway, here, the first time that I found that this screw, it will block to put this one, it will touch. So the first edit that I did, it was to drill a hole here, just for let sure that he can enter here with the screw and stay in position. Under I put some tape M3 to stick, to help to don't fall down with the vibration. And after, you just connect this one, and this one is ready. The big problem that I had, that I didn't consider from this one, when it start to go down, you pass here, bang, it touch this position. Let me see if I can show to you. Great. The head will go down, it touch here, so this one, it was not able to reach downstairs, and the printer started to make a weird noise. So I found that this stand that I print, that it is good for the frozen, is too large for the M3, M5. So I need to adapt and make some simple cutting. So let me show to you what you can do in a simple way. You don't need to know anything about 3D modeling. It's something super simple. I don't know anything about modeling, so if I'm able to do it, trust me, everyone can make it. So let me make my face smaller so you can also see me a little bit. And put myself here. So after you download the project, here is the file. This is 3D Builder. It's a program that is free, and you can download. You can find it any Windows. I want to adjust the microphone. So on this program that is very simple but also very powerful, you can make many things that is very useful. For example, now what I did, it was to make this file slim. But if you just adjust the proportion, here you can unlock the proportion, you see, you will change also the space inside, so it will not fit anymore your heater. So what you have to do is to cut some part. For do this one, after you select your item, if you go to edit, you have here split. Split allows you to make some planar cut. Planar cut means some straight cut. You can change the way to make the cut, but you cannot make some strange shape. It's just straight. So first one, we make 90°. On the top here, you can see the top, yes. On the top here, you have 3 options when you apply for a cut. First one, you keep the top. In this case, only the right side of the print. Keep bottom, you keep the left side of the printer. Keep both, you keep left and right, but they are split. So if I go apply the cut here, now here you see I have 2 files, so I can just move away. What we need to do is to remove only this part. So after I put this one 90°, so it's straight, keep both so I can see exactly where to cut. I start to move until I don't reach this part here, the frame that is the wall. This one you cannot put too thin, otherwise you will not print. You need to give a little bit of space, but not too much, otherwise it doesn't enter the printer anymore. After you find a good angle to cut, you just keep the part that you need, in this case this side here, so this one you don't need anymore. You just apply split, and that part, as a magic, disappear. Where is my frame? Here. So on this part here, I cut, and as you can see here, I just make a small wall. This one, it was a little bit too small because it's for the one and it's broken, but I don't care, I can still use it, so it's good for me to use it, it's not a problem. I think this one is the correct size. I cut this part here. It's not an issue that it's very thin. The important that it can fit on the printer. The same one I have to do to the other side. So one more time, I rotate the planar cut to 90°. Keep both so I can see exactly how to cut. And you can cut a little bit here. Split. And now you have your frame for your M5 smaller. This one, keep the same proportion of the hole here for keep your heater inside. Just remove the extra wall that you don't need. If you want, because I use this thermometer here, you can even cut this part. So for cutting this part, you need to be a little bit precise. You can split. This time you rotate in this other side. Both so that you can see where are you. See, you can cut a little bit from the top, from the front, so you remove that part that you don't need, and I keep both, my mistake. Back again, select 90. Okay, just give a little bit of room, and here we are. Now we have our frame, shape exactly the size that is necessary for printing for the M5S. If your printer is smaller or is different shape, you can first check how big is the space that you have at disposition, and after you can measure here. If you put object, you can measure the sides from one point to another one, so you can see exactly how big is the file. You can check if it can enter or not on your printer. So this file, if you need to make some planar cut, it's very useful. It's very simple, but you can make a perfect cut. You can also check the size that you are need, and it's very good. And also, usually when you cut some file, here it probably will give you some error message. It means that the file is not manifold, it has some issue, it needs to be repaired. And in that case, you just select here, and this program, it will fix and repairing this object for you immediately. And it's very, very good. If you remember, every time I need to print any files, I always open before with 3D Builder, because if there is any issue, 3D Builder immediately advise me, I will fix the file, save again, and I can print without risk to start to print something, the file has a mistake, has an error, and failing. So let's come back here to my face. So after I have the smaller version, you see, it's quite smaller. Now is the perfect size to fit on M5, and as you can see here, this one can still fit. Here it can still pass out the cable, and I already prepared the 3M file. Now, if you check here, as you can see, we have a lot of room, so I suggest always to make a hole here according to the screw, and put here to give more space. So when this head will go down, it will not touch the frame. So let me take the power cord for a moment. Almost crashing on the on the glass. Here I'm back. So let me connect the printer first and check the space. One. This one that you see here, this one is the UV sensor from the Beagle that I'm using for making my resin labs on this 3D printer. Next time, if you want, I can show you how to connect this one. So before start to connect everything, put the stickers, let's check if this one can pass down. The only problem is the motor here. So if that one can pass, we don't need to worry. So better. It's only this one. So on the printer, we select Tools, on Z. First we can go faster, 50 millimeters. You need to be checked that this part doesn't touch your heater or your base. Go down. As you can see now, I have a lot of space. It's not very responsive, this touch screen. I need to say. So as you can see here, we have a lot of space. I suggest to put not too much close on this one, just for avoid vibration, but also that you have some space to connect, to pass the next protection that I will show to you. So like this one is okay. After you find your size, you can glue it. So we remove the 3M sticker protection. 1 and 2. And then we put that it doesn't touch anything there. And still have space for put the foam now. Okay. Yes, like this is good. As you can see, he has all the space for go down without any problem. Okay, so now that we put the frame, we need to make a way to pass the cable, because let me show you. Where are you? Here you are. After we pass the cable, now, if you can see here, no, you cannot see, let me find a way to show to you. Oh, wait, here. Wait a moment, I will show you from the back. Okay. Here, if you can see here from the back, the cable, it will pass here, and when you put the cover, the cable will block. It will lift up the cover and let pass some air, and we don't want this one. We need to raise up a little bit the frame, protect the cover, so we will not touch the cable. And for do this one, what we can use is something like this one. This is a foam adhesive sticker. This one you can cut, shaping as you want, and you can put all around your printer frame. So he left a little bit of space. This is soft, so when you put your cover, it can squish a little bit, close perfectly, so you don't have any gap. The hair cannot pass inside or outside, meaning warm inside, and it's very good. So now we need some DIY. We need to cut, shaping for put all around our printer. Also, I found that this is too large, and it was good for the frozen, but it's too large for this one, so we need to cut half and shape all around. So first one, we start to take some space, like here. The cat is so cat here. The cat, so this one moving. You say, wow, are you toy? So this one I will cut half. You can just use any kind of scissor, is okay, a blade, whatever you want. You don't need very big. The part is just that it can support the cover a little bit. We just need to pay attention that it doesn't touch the vat, that's why I keep the vat here, and it doesn't cover the sticker, the screw here. So just put this sticker is very strong the first time that you put. After you remove from any reason, it starts to be less effective. So I suggest you to take good shaping for the first time, otherwise soon you need to replace. This one that I cut, I can use for pass here. I pass on the back, and I can simply turn and squish around the screw. As you can see here, you just connect like this one. Very, very simple. This other part is too short, it's better make something longer. I take the space that I need from here until this is the cable will go here. So from here to here more or less. So I cut this one and I cut half. Later, if I have time, I want to show you the last project I make with the resin printer, a Tenjin Demon. takes so long for print because I'm trying also to use a new resin, so I spend a lot of time on testing, failing, for me the better profile to print also with the M5S, and finally I found a good compromise. So very happy, I almost finished. Now I need to make sure that this one passes here, this one until here. It's a little bit check and try the first time. So don't worry if you made a mistake, just remove the foam and put back again, nothing happened. Remember to don't ruin the screw. You can just squish a little bit the foam here to shape it perfectly. Now so you can see here, this cable is inside the guide, the lines that I made. Let me show to you. Here it's totally inside, so when I will put the cover, it will pass over here and it will not affect anything. So now let's continue. This one need to move carefully because it's connected with a sticker inside to the sensor for trigger when the printer is printing, and I don't want to ruin it. This one is too short. This is one way that is quite cheaper because these kind of strips for few dollars you can buy many meters. So it's very cheap, but it's work very good because I'm using the frozen from the last year, printing in the winter when I reach even 0 degrees or -1 or -2. I made printer long at 2 days, 3 days, and they work out perfectly. If the temperature is not the same, you can have some artifact, some issue. So it's very important to keep the resin at a good temperature every time. And so people make some frame all around the printer and use the heater, a big heater. So anyone can make a different way. The important is that in the end of the day, you have your resin warm. Keep in the same temperature from 25 to 30. After how you reach that goal is up to you. The part is like the printer. When you're printing, someone put less support and print in 2 hours. Someone put more support and print in 10 hours. But in the end of the day, the important is that you can print what you want. So if you can keep your resin at a good temperature, is okay, is enough. Too short. Need to cut a small extension here. This system that I'm making here, the good point is that it's very simple to achieve and it's very cheap, and most important is working, and is working good. Okay, so let me take the cover. So let me adjust the camera. Sometimes make some DIY like this one is very relaxing. So if I put here, yes, you can see the cover is lifted up from the foam. Let me show also on the back. Here, you see, is totally lifted up and closed. Here past the cable, there is no gap. So the air from inside cannot go outside, so you don't have the toxic fume that go outside, but especially the cold from outside cannot go inside. Like this one, your printer is ready for the winter. Here we are. Let me go back here. Okay. So this one was a simple, oh, I forgot to put this one. Wait a moment. Oops. And this one I need to remove the vat now. Wait. Because of course I need to put before the vat, so let's turn on the printer again. I remove the plug without turning off the printer. I'm very bad. Sorry, printer. I was sure that it was power off already, but it wasn't. So let's lift up the bed. No, not exposure. Okay. This printer, I really like it because it's very fast. If you watched my unboxing video when I made the first printer, go check my Instagram. Yeah, I'll be back from here. If you check my Instagram or other video that I'm always posting, it's so fast. It can print 4 times, 5 times faster than normal resin printer. And the quality is still very good. So I'm very big fan of this kind of printer. So now that I lift it up, I can remove this one because I don't want to remove the glue. This one, it touched a little bit here, this power cable is not a problem. Remaining a little bit outside, but we don't care because the bed is still entering position. This one cannot fall down and doesn't interact with the with the bed, so it's okay. Also on the other printer is like this one. Remember to tighten well this one, otherwise you can have some accident. And here, as you can see, is our temperature that you can read. And we have our printer. We have our printer ready to print for the winter. So now let me close. Let me turn off. This time in the good way. Okay, the cable goes on the back. Here we are. Unplug. Let me put away because I still have some time and I want to show to you the last project that I'm making in the last 20 minutes and talk also a little bit about the poor A1 Mini that is not here anymore already. And I'm not very lucky with that printer. Let me drink some water. Let's see if somebody else is joining us. In the meantime. Okay. So, first one, my A1 Mini combo. After the first bench that I made on the live last time, that it was very bad, the printer asked me to make one upgrade of the firmware. I don't know why I didn't ask at the beginning, even if I press manually, probably for some missed error with the server. After update the firmware, I have printed again one benchy, directly a multicolor, and it was perfect. The change color is very good. It changed only one time for layer, so it's very simple. And it's very smooth, it prints very fast to be a multicolor benchy. I was super happy of this result. So after this one, I start to print one toothless. This one is my first 3D model that I color by myself. Simple with the white, the black and the red of the tongue here. And it come out good. Just some purge was not enough from black to white. I don't know if you can see. There's some lines here that is a little bit more bright because you need to purge more. Otherwise you have some defect from the color. And that one was the problem. I already saw when I printed this one that when he purged the filament, you know, that has this small box, the push shoot, that it has one level here. The nozzle drop the filament inside, and this one pop, it shoot outside. I already found that sometimes when he push from white to black or black to white, that he push longer, the filament it will finish a little bit over the other side, and it's not so easy to pop out. And when I adjust a little bit this number, make a little bit longer for avoid this error, I print one Pikachu, and after 16 hours of printing, I come back from the morning and I found that the push shoot it was totally melt. All the filament it was blocked there because it doesn't go all outside from inside the small box. It finishes a little bit outside, so the push shoot when it's put out, it cannot put it remaining the filament there, and making all this long changing with this filament from clear to black, dark to clear, it starts to accumulate all the PLA there. It make a big blob that it block a little bit the nozzle. So in the end, I found the printer it was layer shift, but the push shoot, the metal bar, it was totally bent because it cannot push outside. So it's this problem with the change color filament. If you need to change color from a clear to dark color, and you need to make a longer purge, otherwise you have some dirty, I found that it has an issue. It is not working good. The system that they made for me for making this more compact size has this problem. It was not very effective. So I contacted Bambu, I told them about this problem, that is bent the machine, and asked me to send back everything because they want to check. So I sent back the printer, and I also applied for the refund because they say for the moment it's like this one, there is no solution. Maybe we make a new version with a bigger plate, or you need to pay attention when you change the color. Anyway, for the moment they say we don't have a solution, so I prefer to take back. Because anyway, I was just testing, I don't print too much multicolor, and even if I want to print something like that, I can have this issue, so I was not very happy for this. The printer itself is wonderful, it prints very fast, very quiet, and amazing quality, like the P1S or the X1. The changing color, as you can see here, when you change some simple color, is perfect. This is one of the best benches that I ever made, honestly. One of the best. When I made something like this one, also it came out good. But this one it was a little bit small changing color. But you have some white lines around the eye. So if you adjust the purging for remove this artifact, I found this issue, and for me it was not good. So if you don't mind to have some small defect, probably when you change from light to dark or something like that, the printer is perfect. But if you need to print something with this changing color, many changing color, because if it's just one or two, it's easy that he will pop out. But if you make many small changing, like it was the Pikachu from yellow to black, here you change every layers, and you need to make something bigger, honestly, I will not trust to make something like this right now with this firmware or with this small pop shoot. After they change something, probably they fix this one, it's become perfect. But for me, for printing multicolor in that way is not safe. The X1, P1S, AMS works much better than this one. Even if it's old style, so you need longer time for push or the filament, the way to push the filament is more safe. Except for this one, really, the printer is perfect. I don't find any defect on nothing. It's a perfect small printer. Too small for me, but that is my case. So, nothing against Bambu. I love Bambu. I love my P1S. I love the X1. I love the A1. I just don't like the way to change the filaments with a small push shoot. And also some YouTubers say that this push shoot it has some issues. Sometimes it doesn't pour out the poo. It's on the bed. It can cause some fail, some problems, some issue. So I really think that it can be improved. Maybe by firmware, but especially by changing this small push shoot that is too small and really you need something better, in my opinion, that I'm no one. So maybe you works good, I'm happy, but that was my experience, what happened to me, focus. So I sent it back because it was not suitable for me in that moment. Anyway, except for this one now, the last 5 minutes I want to show to you something, so let's go back to here. The last days I'm trying to print this one. This one is the Tenji Demon bust. It's from this artist Daniel Peterson from Black Forge, and you can find his information here in artstation.com. I also put the link in the description. If you want to get this model, the best way is to follow his Patreon. You have many options. Let me see if I can show to you without giving any information. Black Forge, this is some of my patrons have more account for manage everything. If you join the Black Forge Medium account, the $7, you can get this, and my connection is dying, it's useless. If you join the I think it's $7, you can get this model as a welcome file. And this one is very big, and I really love because I already made the first Tenji Demon from them. Let me see if I can show to you without break it, because it's a little bit fragile. This word. Here we are. Let me show to you. No, this one is ugly. Let me use the other camera. Here. This one is the first model that I built with a resin printer and paint also. I'm still learning, so it didn't come out very bad. It's nice, and I love. I also put a LED here and on the eye. Now the battery is dead. I need to change it. So there is the LED under the base to support. Also here. So when I saw that they made also the other model, the bust, I really want to make it. So I start to print with the eSUN. Let me put back the demon. I don't want to fall down and break it. I'm sorry. I start to print with the eSUN basic resin and with another resin that I'm testing. And for now, I got this one. I almost finished to print everything. Let me show to you here. This one is not cured, so I should not touch this one. This one, even if it's not cured, I can touch because it's a kind of resin that he cured by himself. I will talk this one next time maybe. So I almost print everything. I got few failure from supports issue and some settings that I was trying with this other resin. So I printed many times, but I almost finished to print, and the quality, this is the basic resin. This one is printed with M5S and it's still very good. All the details you can see very clear and sharp. The basic resin, I really love it. Here is some defect for a support that I was missing, but it's okay, it's the back, I don't care too much. This one is the face. And I have another bag here, plate here, full of other pieces. This one is the crown that you go on the head. Look. So nice detail. Basic eSUN CPLA, eSUN basic resin. So with M5S. This one is, I printed with a frozen with another one. This is a 8K resin, so I use the frozen because I have a little bit better resolution, so the details are more crispy. And I'm not sure if I will reprint everything with a frozen, but I will see. I really like also this one, how it come out, but of course the 8K resin. So eSUN, please make the 8K resin as fast as you can, because it really is a game change. All the parts here. This resin is nice because after this I print, I wash, I didn't cure it. But after a little bit, you can simply remove the support like this one, and it's very simple. You don't need to cure it because just with the leg of the room, it will cure by himself. So slowly, you just remove the support, and it's very nice. Now this one I put a lot of support because it failed 2 times, so it's a little bit more tough, but it's super simple and it doesn't have any mark. So this one is the last project. Here is the last part. I lost the base. Lose the connection here. Anyway, doesn't matter. I will find the game. I didn't lost. So let me come back here. Nope. This one. So this one was for today. I showed you how to put your heater in your resin printer, so you don't have to worry about the winter. I told you what happened with my Bambu, that it was my own experience, but I really heard that many other, not really, I heard many people have found a similar issue for the push shoot. So pay attention. If you need to print something longer or with a big multicolor, always put an eye if you see that it starts to accumulate, clean manually. And I showed the last project I'm making also with a resin printer, with the resin of the eSUN, and I'm very happy. This one I really want to paint, to make together with the other one, so it will be a big challenge. Maybe I will try to paint in the live also, I don't know, I will see. I'm still learning how to use the airbrush, so I'm not very skilled, I'm not very confident, but also show some failing, maybe it can be nice and fun, so let's see. So thank you for watching me today. Remember to follow me here on eSUN to activate the notification, the bell. So every time I go live, you can get the notification and you can follow me on this YouTube channel. So thank you for watching me. See you next time. Bye bye.